So now that you've seen
Three,
the piece,
2, 1.
Cancel here. Sorry.
now that you've seen our piece, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. What did you like about it?
I like the pace of a lot of the shots. I like the use of jumping around in time, so you see the character sorting his bike out, and then we see actually that particular piece of the bike being used. So like the brakes and the suspension, I think that's a nice kind of cross-cutting between the two there. I like that opening shot of the time lapse. That's a really nice way to start it. And yeah, there's some really interesting camera shots in there. With the GoPro stuff and the you get some really unusual but really visually interesting angles off the back of that.
Now, as our genre is thriller action, were you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next?
Honestly, no. I didn't get the genre from that. I didn't feel there wasn't any kind of threat or danger. Because the character looks like they're in control. It looks more like a sports video, like a sports montage. I mean, it looks really cool, but at the moment, I don't think it has that. It's missing something to kick off the thriller aspect. Whether that character is going to come to some sort of danger, or they come across something that would kickstart a narrative. I was expecting them to find like a body in the woods or something, and for that to be the starting point of the story. So you kind of throw the audience off a little bit. You start off by saying it's this sort of film, but then you introduce another element later on, and you kind of create this reversal of expectations for the audience, and they kind of go, oh, it's this sort of film. But at the moment, it's a very good sports montage at the moment.
Okay. Did it look more like an opening montage or trailer?
I think, given there's no titles yet, it just looks like a montage. But I think I would probably have, if it was me doing that, I would probably have the titles coming in over a black screen. So after every couple of shots of the montage, you cut to a black screen with a number of titles on it. And again, the titles should have that same sort of dynamic quality. They should have like a movement to them and a kind of kinetic energy to them that the action has as well.
All right. Now, did you notice any editing, and was it used to good effect?
Yeah, like I said before, the use of the time lapse at the start's really good. The use of the graphic matches when he drops the bike and then you cut to the bike landing on the trail. The whole kind of cutting back and forth between the bike setup and it being used, and that's all used to good effect. That's quite sophisticated editing techniques, because it's not just a linear A to B thing. It's jumping around in time. It's a lot more kind of suggestive of somebody that knows what they're doing with their bike as well. It's more visually interesting as a result.
Now that you've seen this piece, would you consider seeing it?
Yes, I'd be interested to. But again, there needs to be a hook at the end of that opening sequence that's going to really draw me in. You know, I've been introduced to this character. All I know about him is that he's a good mountain biker. But I'm guessing that you couldn't base a film just around that idea. I think it definitely needs to have something else that's going to make you want to carry on watching.
And as for our last question, do you think the music we used went well with this piece?
Yeah, it's got that good pace. It's got a contemporary feel to it. I feel that maybe some of the shots could be edited onto the beat of the music more. So when you get like the piano impact or the drum impact, you could cut onto that beat, and that creates a bit more of a visual rhythm and a bit more of impact as well. But I think as a music to accompany that initial shot or that initial sequence, I think it certainly for the most part it does the job.
Okay, thank you.